let me say something. Before we go a minute further, I have to congratulate the great, now Hall of Famer, David Ortiz, who just made the Hall of Fame. I'm a Red Sox fan. Mm-hmm. You know that.
I thought you might have worn his jersey in.
I should have. I should have worn the David Ortiz jersey today.
I guess you realize there's too much taint.
Some say taint
on the jersey.
The fact that he got in and none of the other guys did, all the steroid bros. That's absolutely ridiculous. My friend Trent texted me last night and said, how can you explain Ortiz getting in and not, the others, Clemmons and Bonds and all that? I said, because Ortiz, all he did was, and he speaks Spanish as his native language.
Mm-hmm. A fact.
He got a pill bottle he couldn't read and took a pill. One time.
You take one pill, this one.
I think Texas.
One time. I don't like that's an ugly word, taint. There's no taint. There's no taint on this.
There's tons of taint.
No
it's
taint.
Big poppy-sized taint.
No, there's no taint on this.
Your professional stretcher sees less taint than Poppy's plaque at Cooperstown.
Don't you drag Landon into this. Don't drag Landon into this. The other day, the other day I got stretched professionally by Landon.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I told you I had to piece together things. I forgot my stuff.
Your wardrobe?
My wardrobe. So I had no underwear on. I was wearing.
You can't do that.
Well, I was wearing sweatpants, but no underpants, and I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want, and nothing came of it, of course. But I was worried that he'd see like crack and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
As you say, Landon sees less taint than David Ortiz, and that's not true. That is simply.
Is he, other than Roy Hobbs, the only Hall of Famer with a bullet in him?
That's right. Forgot about that.
What about
Dizzy Dean?
I don't think anybody shot Dizzy, did they?
Surely Ty Cobb got shot once or twice, didn't he? I mean,
he got some buckshot in him somewhere.
What do you think? Or Mordecai Three-Finger Brown. He only had 3 fingers.
Yeah. What happened, Mordecai? How'd that happen?
I mean, I don't know that Roy Hobbs. Did he get the numbers? I mean, he won a pennant, but it was only like one season, right?
Yeah, he's not a Hall of Famer. You got to get more than that. Ortiz won 3 World Series for the Red Sox. He basically guided them, he and Kurt Schilling, to the World Series when they won it after 86 years. And yesterday spoke about it.
I first of all want to thank God, for giving me the opportunity to be part of this very elite group of players. That's what pretty much every player dream of, the support throughout the year from my family. I mean, I don't think I would have done it without the support.
And how can you put the word taint on this great American hero, David Ortiz, who won so much for the Red Sox? And remember, after the Boston Marathon bombing, went out there on the mound at Fenway and said,
"This is our city. And nobody gonna dictate our freedom. Stay strong. Thank you."
What a moment for that.
It was a great moment.
This is our effing city. And everybody's like,
Boston strong.
Yeah, he didn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't know any English, does he?
Very little. He had a hard time. He had such a hard time reading instructions on prescription medication. That's his issue.
Look at the bottle.
Come on, I thought it was a stereo.
He don't know.
I was trying to buy a stereo.
How do you say taint in Spanish?
You don't know.
El Tainto.
That's what they call him, El Tainto.
El Tainto.
Is that translated?
That's it.
That's right. My favorite part about his language barrier is one time in the World Series. This is when they won it in 2007, I believe. It was 13. And they were down, not playing well. And David Ortiz rallied everybody in the dugout.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Yep.
And he got them all around. He was like emphatically saying stuff.
We're not going to lose this.
Right. And everybody, the announcers were like, well, David Ortiz. And they came back, they won. And afterwards they're like, well, it was Ortiz and his stirring speech in the dugout.
Fired up the troops.
And then they talked to the second baseman, Dustin Pedroia, and they said, what did Ortiz say?
David saying that little impromptu meeting we had in the dugout there.
I couldn't understand him.
I couldn't understand a word he said. Guy didn't speak the language. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
He couldn't say.
What's the word Spanglish?
He couldn't
it's mostly Spanish.
Couldn't understand a word he said.
Maybe his emotion translated.
This is our segment, the young, the old, and the dead.
You just kind of flying this off like a little test balloon.
It's a new thing. I don't think we can do it very often because a dead person has done something somewhat remarkable. It's very Weekend at Bernie's like. But the young person is an athlete. He is a soccer player, and he goes to the University of Liverpool, and he's going viral after telling a story that when he was 15, apparently he's in the locker room now with his teammates, and they notice that he doesn't have any nipples. and he's just smooth there where his nipples should be. And he is telling the story on his own social media that when he was 15 in another locker room when he was in high school, his teammates, a friend of his, dared him to empty 2 full cans of Axe body spray. They said, let us blast your nipples with both cans of Axe body spray to see if he could take the cold and how long he could take it. Apparently it's very cold. I've never used it.
Yeah.
And the spray deodorant comes out cold because it's under pressure in the can. He toughed it out and finished the dare by letting both cans hit him on the nipples all at once, directly into the chest. But then his friend flicked his nipples, and they both flew off.
What?
No. They broke off. They were bloody, and he posted a photo of what they look like now, which is more smooth, like a little scar there. But there are no nipples there now.
Still areola?
Barely areola. It's darker than you would expect. I mean, there's larger areola there. Okay? It's darker, and it's basically flat, so it looks like he's burned them off and got a scar there.
He did.
He did. That's exactly what happened. They flicked his nipples off.
Yeah.
And they're gone. Chris Demm, when I started shaving my chest, said he was afraid I'd shear off a nipple one time.
Did? Because you were doing it with a straight razor.
I was for a long time.
That's how dermatologists take off moles. They freeze them and flick them off. Pick them off.
Well, apparently it was so cold that they did flick off, so he has no nipples. But he says he has no regrets. He says it's fine with him. But he's lost the sensitivity there, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Right? You know, you lose that.
But most
that doesn't bother me.
I don't think a lot of dudes have the same sensitivity that women do.
The nipples.
I do. I have a lot of sensitivity on the nipple.
You love telling us that too.
Well, you used to get nipple hard when you were running.
That's right. You bleed from them. They are sensitive.
They are, exactly.
That's why they bleed.
Mine are very sensitive.
Mine aren't.
Mine
aren't either.
Mine are.
Yeah.
Mine are very sensitive.
I got nipples. Can you milk me, Greg?
They are. Mine have real tingles. I get real tingles in the nipple.
Well, I'm sorry your wife doesn't.
Sir, this is a Denny's.
She does if I ask her. I'll say.
Does she?
I'll say pay a little, or I'll guide her hand to it. I'll say pay a little attention. I do. I just take her hand.
That's not where you
guide her hand.
Just jiggle your titty meat.
Sir, this is a Carrabba's.
We have to. Remember, it's very, very dark, and so I just take her hand and gently guide it to that area.
Oh, solo me.
And she does her thing with them, and I like
it.
I like
Did
it
you
very
shave?
much. I like it very, very much. This young man will never have that pleasure. He'll never have that.
But he's a locker room legend.
He just said, I don't regret doing it.
Is that why you shave up there, so you don't have hair around your areolas?
I do. I like that. That's exactly right.
You know, sometimes they grow there.
I had it. And so I got rid of it. And that's exactly
It's an important place for you.
Very much so. Old person. Yes, that's right. So that's the young. Now we have the old. A 110-year-old great-grandmother has just celebrated her 110th birthday. Her name is Ruth Fear. She had the birthday in Connecticut, and the news did a piece on her and asked her about turning 110.
Get older on your birthday?
Yes. How old are you?
I have no idea.
110.
What?
She's surprised.
What?
She was surprised to learn she was turning 110.
Get older on your birthday?
Yes. How old are you?
I have no idea.
110.
What?
110 years old.
10?
110.
I don't believe that.
No, you look like you're 21.
Why, sure.
And just as beautiful as ever.
Why, sure.
Yes.
That's Ruth Fear. She's 110 years
That's
old.
elder abuse.
That really is. I mean, she didn't have to do that to her.
She's not as... That, it was 110 that Flossie, been very famous on this show.
Oh, Flossie.
Oh, she was on the news too when she had 110.
She was 110.
Flossie, you say you're a little tired this morning. Is that right?
I am tired.
She is very tired. That's actually, I heard, your favorite activity to do at the center here is to take a little nap.
Take a nap many times as I can.
Later today, Flossie's family is going to be coming out here to throw you a big birthday party. Are you excited for your party?
Not one bit.
That's turning 110. The both of them turn 110.
Poor Flossie.
The freedom to turn 110.
Why do they do that? Do they have to interview him?
I guess.
I mean, you know their state of mind before you go in there.
Yeah, Flossie's
hearing was a little bit better than the woman in Connecticut.
I think so. But
how old are you?
I don't know.
Who cares?
Flossie.
It's berating.
Keep waking up from these naps, damn it.
Leave me alone.
I bet Flossie's not with us anymore. That was about 2
years ago.
That was 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Flossie made it to that next Saturday.